Alright, so room tour. Shut up. Room tour as of the beginning of 2017. So the first thing that we see when we come in here is a few amiibos here. And you see a Ninja Turtles arcade cabinet. Pretty proud of this thing. Picked it up a few years ago and it's been a staple of my game room ever since. On top of there you got some Ninja Turtles TV tray, a couple Five Nights at Freddy's plushies, just a couple Mario figures up there. When you come over here, see some more amiibos on the wall. I used to be big into collecting amiibos, like I'm sure a lot of you were when they first came out, but honestly I'm kind of over it now. It's just there's too many. They don't do enough. I end up keeping it in the packaging because most of them don't do enough in the games to warrant opening them. Then we look down here. Got a nice little display rack of some strategy guides. My camera away there. A few strategy guides that I own. Then we come down here. We have a couple of racks of PlayStation 1 and Dreamcast games. Now I don't have a lot of these, but man, things just keep falling down. I do have some good stuff. So a couple highlights: the Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete, little collector's edition there. Some more highlights of the PS1 collection. We do have Breath of Fire 4, Alundra. We got Tomba. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off my arcade cab here. It's making a lot of noise. We have Tail Concerto, which I actually played as a Japanese import on one of the PlayStation Jam Packs growing up. And I actually do have a few of the Jam Packs in their jewel cases right there, which is kind of cool. Dreamcast, we have your classics, like we got some Shenmue there. We have some Evolution 2, your Resident Evil Code Veronica, Dino Crisis, and we have my Sega Genesis games here. A few loose ones, a bunch of them in the box. Highlights here would be probably Gunstar Heroes, we got Ghouls and Ghosts, Rocket Knight Adventures, a Vector Man there, Toe Jam and Earl in the corner there, Streets of Rage 2, Sonic and Knuckles, nothing super high value, but a lot of good stuff. We also have this repro cart of Mega Man, the Wily Wars, with the cartridge and manual and everything, so that's kind of cool. Never released in North America except from the Sega channel. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it did get released in Europe on a physical cartridge. So then we come over here, we got my computer set up here, where I edit videos and where I do some gaming, like play PUBG and some other games. Got a sweet and sour packet there because everybody knows that shit's the best. I got some World of Nintendo figures there. Got a few box consoles, PS1, PS2, Game Boy camera, some a Radio Shack Pong game there, a Genesis, Commodore 64, got a Donkey Konga right up there, a couple figures, a Cuphead and the Devil. And then if you look back here, we got the Final Fantasy 11 hard disk drive there, which is cool. Stick that back up there. Next shelf here, Got a few collector's editions, the Metal Gear Solid 5, Tron, Uncharted, that kind of thing. Box N64 controller, then just some other random boxes and figures and Funko Pops. Same thing on this one. It's just collector's editions, Funko Pops, figures. And then on the bottom here is where all the boxed Funko Pop figures hide when I used to collect those. Not so much into that anymore. That's why they're all just shoved down there. Over here to the right, we got this vintage Pokemon Japanese Pocket Monsters little fold-out flag thing I got when I was a kid. I'm not too sure where I got that. My dad gave it to me. I don't really know where it's from. Some Kingdom Hearts figures, Contra figure, some more World of Nintendos. Just a bunch of packaged figures back here, like we got the Metal Gear Solid line. Some more amiibos. This really ugly, surprisingly licensed Mario plushie here. Got some DS and Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance boxed games, along with the 3DS there, and yeah, just a few other things there. A couple consoles set up here, N64, NES, PS1. Got my Hylian shield there. Really high quality. I feel like you can actually defend yourself with that, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, I'm not too sure why I have that, but I do have a Hamtaro playset there. We got some PS3 games. We got a couple Virtual Boy games there, some Switch games, and then down there we got some Master System games. And I think there's some PSP and a couple 3DS games down there. Now we got my CRT Sony Trinitron here. This is what I play my old school games on usually. PSVR back there. N64 console box there. Now up here we got the GameCube games. Now these are double layered, so there's these and then there's some more back there. Some highlights here. Beyond Good and Evil. We got some Skies of Arcadia Legends there. You got your Resident Evil games, your Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, Metroid Primes, your Metal Gear Solid Twin Snake, Mega Man X Collection, Paper Mario, all the good stuff there. So yeah, I got a couple red Play It Loud Game Boys, and then we got the original Game Boy there. We got a couple Game Boy Advance SPs, PlayStation TV, figure, I think that's Nappa from Dragon Ball Z, some DS lights. We got some Wii games here. Mad World, Return to Dreamland, Last Story sealed there. Pokemon, we got our WarioWare, our Wario Lands, Mario Galaxy Punch Out, Zack and Wiki, Metroid Prime Trilogy. Yeah, No More Heroes. Some good stuff in there as well. Now down here is the Wii U games. We got a few collector's editions, the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD with the figures there. We got the Animal Crossing, a couple of those. And then your Mario Maker, Smash Brothers, your Star Fox. A couple just random consoles, Sega Saturn, Sega Genesis with a CD attachment, a couple Dreamcasts. A few random consoles that are on the place for down there. Up here we got some Mario figures, the classic McDonald's old school Mario figures. The new World of Nintendo figures there. A couple of these are cool. These are only released in the UK. They are physical boxes for the downloads of Pokemon Gold and Silver for the 3DS. Codes are no good in the North American eShop though, so these are literally just display pieces. NES and SNES Classic Edition. Bunch of Game Boy Color, Game Boy, and Game Boy Advance games there. Some more figures here. X and Zero, Venom, Wario, Link there. Carnage, you got the Songbird, Lara Croft. These are old packs of cards. So we got the old Ninja Turtle cards. We got one of each of the original, or the first set of the base set of the Pokemon cards there. One of each packaging there. You got some Metabots cards, some Twilight Princess cards, Power Rangers, and then Digimon, original Digimon cards there, the first set there, and Nintendo Game Pack. Back here you'll see a couple long box PS1 games and then a few Sega Saturn games. I don't have a whole lot of Sega Saturn games, but there they are. Super Nintendo, loose games here. Some good stuff in here for sure. Got Blackthorn up there. We got Wild Guns. Got Super Metroid down there. Final Fantasy 3, Mario RPG, Breath of Fire 2, Double Dragon 5, Contra 3, another copy of Super Metroid. And then, yeah, this is probably my heaviest hitter on the Super Nintendo. I do have a copy of Mega Man X3 there. Great game. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my loose Super Nintendo collection. Now down here we have a bucket with cables, controllers. Down here we got just some random stuff, some loose amiibos there. We got some ColecoVision, some Atari 2600 games, Halo for PC, some Jaguar games, original Xbox games, Diablo. There's an NES Advantage down there. An Aquarius game. I've never had an Aquarius. I don't even know why I have that game. And then you got some figures here. I like these Donkey Kong and Funky Kong figures. They're really cool. Powerpuff Girls. Mortal Kombat back there. And then some more World of Nintendo stuff that I have no spot for, so they hang out there. So up here we got some PS2 games. My PS2 games span these 3 shelves here. There's some Action Max games there. It's a great console, right? Yeah. Gremlins, a Gremlins vinyl record and storybook there. It's kind of cool. One lone Famicom Disk System game. Some vintage Turtles figures. And then I love these things. These are the Tommy, the old Tommy, I don't know how to say it, Pokemon PVC figures. These things are awesome. Got a whole bunch of them. I remember getting these growing up. Some of these are from when I was growing up, some I've acquired later. But I just love these things. These are probably like my most nostalgic figures that I own. Next shelf here. Some Nintendo Powers, some old stuff, some new stuff. Definite highlight here, the first issue here. And got the last issue as well. Last issue right there. Good stuff. VHS, a bunch of Pokemon movies on VHS, some Ghibli films, and a couple of these Nintendo protective cases, and a couple of the Pokemon episode VHS tapes, a couple Ninja Turtles tapes, kind of thing again here. More VHS. Now I'm gonna move this out of the way here, and then we're gonna go up top here. We got a Game Boy Advance Micro there, some N64 boxed games, and some loose games. I got some Japanese complete Pokemon Game Boy games there. So here's my boxed Super Nintendo games. We got some Chrono Trigger, some Donkey Kong Country, Super Bomberman, Super Star Wars, Castlevania, Super Game Boy, Link to the Past, Mega Man X2 and the first Mega Man X. We got King Arthur, Knights of the Round. Or sorry, King Arthur, Knights of Justice. We got Hit the Ice, F-Zero, Killer Instinct, that kind of stuff. We got the multi-tap for Super Bomberman and such. A vintage Mario beer glass. Majora's Mask 3D Collector's Edition there. A couple Japanese imports for the Super Nintendo. Yeah, I don't know. I think I bought those off of an auction, or not an auction site, like a Kijiji or a Craigslist type thing. Couple plushies there. We got Sack Girl and Toon Link. We got some NES boxes here. You got quite a few actually. I didn't realize I had this many. There we got there, and then we got all back there as well. So highlights here, obviously the Mario Brothers games. We got Darkwing Duck, Batman, Ninja Turtles, Castlevania 2 and 3, Punisher, Chip and Dale. We got Legend of Zelda, and then there's a Adventure Link back there as well. Yeah, the good stuff here. These are all, most of these boxes are empty because I do have the carts on a shelf as well. So I just put the boxes on display and take the carts out and put them with the rest of my carts, just because I like having a more complete loose cart section there. So we got a couple of the different colors of the N64s here. We got the Pikachu edition there with the controller, the green, orange, purple, blue, and the watermelon red, and their controllers there as well. I think I'm only missing the gold and then the smoke gray, and then there's those ones that came out in Japan, but I'm not collecting those. Some more N64 controllers down there. Got a ColecoVision, JVC XI, Atari 2600, a Coleco Gemini there, and then we got the Coleco steering wheel peripheral there. So that's cool. Move over here, we got some Game Boy Colors. The Mario Dance Dance Revolution Super Pack there. Just picked that up the other day, actually, really cool. Now we got my NES cart shelf here. So highlights here, or highlights in my opinion anyways, we got Bucky O'Hare there. Then we got some Rockin' Cats. Few of the Mega Man games there. I got some. What else is of note here? We got Power Blade there, Punisher, yada yada yada. They're here. Down here we got a few Japanese Pokemon figures there. We got some NES bootlegs, and then this weird Asian version Konami cartridge, Super Delta Force, and then actually Konami on the back there. Really strange, very strange. And then behind here, since I don't have a spot for this shelf yet, I'm just kind of moving it around. We got some current gen PS4 games there, a bunch of PS4 games. Some limited run games as well, like we got collector's edition of Double Dragon 4 there. Broken Age. We got Night Trap down here. Oceanhorn, Retro City Rampage DX. We got the newly released Secret of Mana remake there. The 3 Shantae games. Shovel Knight. Some good stuff there. Now, which is probably my favorite part, is on the top here I got a bunch of boxed consoles. So we got the NES there, the Super Nintendo, the Watermelon Red N64, the just regular N64 there, and then like I said before, I got the one that came with the purple controller there as well. We got a GameCube, we got the Wii, the Wii U. Got a Superboy up there. And then up top here we got the box for the Switch and the Majora's Mask new 3DS XL. We got the Smart Boy, which we'll talk about that at some point. We got a box of Super Mario cereal. We got the PSP Mario Paint set there. That red thing is a controller for the NES Classic. Got some more 3DSs. The Link Between Worlds the Link Between Worlds 3DS XL. The Pikachu 3DS XL. We got a PlayStation 1 box for the Superboy there. The original Game Boy in the box, which is cool. It's a Sega Nomad. The Pokemon Red and Blue new 3DS. Time Crisis. A couple more box Game Boys here. We got a boxed black Game Boy Pocket there. Boxed grape Game Boy Color. We also got the Pokemon Edition Game Boy Color, along with the Pokemon Center Game Boy Advance there, and then the regular white Game Boy Advance. Behind there's a TurboGrafx 16, which I won in an auction at a thrift store here. Pretty cool. Zelda Edition 3DS, original 3DS. We got a boxed Virtual Boy, a boxed Super Scope, and then we got a Steam Link up here, which I actually bought for $5 at EB Games. So it's really handy. You can transfer, or you can play Steam games from your computer onto your TV. And here we got a figure of myself made by a buddy of mine on Instagram, Dano Brown, at Dano_Brown. He makes a lot of figures like this and stuff. It's really cool. I think that pretty much sums it up here. It was a nice Zelda 25th anniversary poster that I got from Club Nintendo when Club Nintendo was a thing. And I guess one more cool thing to say, the Donkey Kong little water Play 2.0 game. Kind of weird. But yeah, that's kind of my short, quick room tour here. Let's get a quick shot of the place. That is it. So if you like what you saw, feel free to like, comment, maybe give me a sub. Close to 300 subs, so that would be cool if we could get there. And I'll be back with something new in the coming weeks. Thanks, guys.